welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to do a book haul. I haven't done a book haul in a while and I was planning on starting to do these quarterly, but things happened and my birthday was in May and I'm going to contribute this to my birthday being in May. I have divided these stacks into two piles, the I haven't read this pile and the I've read this pile. We're going to start with the I haven't read this pile, get my shame out of the way, and then we'll jump right into the books that I've read. The first book I have here is Wicked Saints by Emily Duncan. This is a book involving a girl, a prince, and a monster, and I know it is a Russian-inspired fantasy. However, I don't really know much else besides that. I just knew that Russian-inspired fantasy, and I'm kind of sold. Next, I have These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. This involves a queer witch in Salem, Massachusetts, and I'm not entirely sure much else besides that. I'm very much so a buzzword book kind of person, and those were my buzzwords for these. Queer witch, Salem, Massachusetts. Do I need to say more? Next, I have Heartstopper Volume 1. This is a, I believe, friends to lovers story about two boys in high school. I have heard amazing things about this one. How Not to Die Alone. I was sold by this one based on the fact that it definitely has anxiety and depression vibes based on the synopsis, and so I ended up picking this one up. The little tagline for it is "No one wants to die without really having lived," so I'm looking forward to getting to this one. Next, I have Going Off Script by Jen Wilde. One I'm actually surprised I haven't gotten to yet. This involves a girl who gets an internship on her favorite TV show and drafts a script, and the head writer passes it off as their own, and then changes the character that she made a lesbian into straight, and that's where her last straw is, and I'm very much so looking forward to this. I've enjoyed Jen Wilde's novels more and more progressively as they've gone on, and so I'm really much so looking forward to this one. Next, I have Wicked Fox by Kate Cho. This is about a nine-tailed fox and who needs to devour the hearts of men in order to survive, and I think it gets more complicated because she starts to fall for a man. I am super excited for this, especially since my Pathfinder character is going to be a nine-tailed fox who is a necromancer, so I'm looking forward to reading this one just because it has a nine-tailed fox as a protagonist, just because that sounds super fascinating and I haven't read one of those, so I'm looking forward to it. I mentioned recently that I just didn't get to during a TBR is If It Makes You Happy by Claire Kahn. This is a book about a girl who goes to her happy place, which is her grandma's diner. Really enjoyed Claire Kahn's previous work, and so I'm looking forward to picking this one up very soon. And a book that I keep mentioning in all of my videos is Sorcery of Thorns by Margot Rogerson. I'm pretty sure this will be rectified very shortly, but as of filming this, I have not read this book. This book involves sorcery and libraries, and I'm very much so looking forward to reading this. The first book that I'm hauling that I have read, however, is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This is about what if the first son of the United States falls for the Prince of Wales, and I absolutely love it, and I cannot recommend it enough. This is not a wrap-up, however. I'm just here to tell you that I've recently acquired this book, but I'm definitely also telling you that you should pick this book up because I've also been gushing about this in all my videos recently. So just saying, this one I recently acquired. Another book that I recently acquired is Don't Date Rosa Santos. This is about a girl who is basically said, if you are a boy with a boat, don't date her, and she kind of wants to, and there's also a plot about saving your town, and it's very cute, and I definitely recommend this one. I also picked up The Devouring Grey. I got the UK edition because I definitely really enjoyed the pink sprayed edges, and I liked this cover a bit better. The Devouring Grey is kind of pitched as Raven Boys meets Stranger Things. It definitely has like a CW show kind of feel to it, but in all of the best ways. So I decided to get a copy for myself once I finished reading it. Tell me how you really feel. I decided to pre-order this one because of the queer hate-to-love romance involving the cheerleader and the film student, and I ended up not regretting this because I definitely super enjoyed this story. Next, I'm hauling With the Fire and High by Elizabeth Acevedo. This was also a book of the month pick. I'm kind of bummed that I went with the book of the month version because it doesn't have the beautiful underneath the dust jacket that the regular version has. However, I am still super glad that I ended up picking this book up. It involves Imani, who is a teen mom who is given the opportunity to be in the culinary program at her school, which has not had it, and at the end of the year there's a trip to Spain, and she does not think she can do this because of her daughter and because of financial reasons. Speaking of books that I'm really glad I have my own copy, I'm really happy that I have my own copy of I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. It involves Ben, who is a non-binary teen who comes out to their parents and their world changes and they are kicked out and they end up moving in with their sister who they hadn't seen in a while, and their life moves on from there. But it does a very good job of talking about a lot of different issues while also being non-apologetic about being what it is, and I love it very much. And the last book that I own is the Modern Fairy Tales by Holly Black. I now have the nice pretty cover. I have the floppy paperback version. I've seen hardback covers flying around. I didn't know they made a hardback version, but I have the floppy paperback, which is fine. I hauled my other versions a while ago because I wasn't super into it, and now I'm rereading this whole series. And I own the floppy paperback version. We Are What We Are. Actually kind of looking forward to revisiting this series. So I'm glad that I own the floppy paperback that matches the series that comes after this. So this is everything that I have purchased recently. What about you? What have you picked up recently? What is your read to unread ratio of those books? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like what you saw here today, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching and have a nice day.